You've got all the basics on how to use Screencastify. You've even got some tips and tricks on how to make good videos. And you might be anxious about creating bad screencasts if you've never done one before. That's normal. The good news is that it's super easy to do a few small things that will help you create great screencasts right away, even if you're a beginner. And the first one is to keep it short. The shorter your video it is, the more likely your viewers are to watch the whole thing. This is especially true for students who might have shorter attention spans. If you have a long lesson that you want to record, consider breaking it up into bite-sized videos, kind of like this course. Number 2 is to minimize dead air. When you're trying to sort through something or navigate through slides or find a web page, that's when people are most likely going to turn off your video. So some ways to minimize dead air are to, number 1, be prepared before you start recording, making sure that all of your tabs are loaded and you know that what you're going to say and that kind of thing. Number 2 is to pause your video if you lose your train of thought, or if you need to do something on your screen that doesn't need to be captured. And number 3, if there is dead air in your video, just cut it out in the editor. Number 3, use your webcam. Teachers' screencasts are much more personal and engaging when students can see your face. And with the webcam in the corner, you can click on the maximize button to make it full screen, and then that lets you talk face to face with your viewer, and then you can minimize it back down into the corner later. Number 4 is to include an intro and a conclusion. This will help your viewers get oriented much more quickly and be able to follow along more easily. It'll also help your viewer to retain more information if you repeat. Number 4 is to include an intro and a conclusion. This will help your viewers get oriented much more quickly and be able to follow along more easily. It'll help your viewer retain more information if you repeat the most important takeaways at the end. Number 5 is to record only what you need. Everything that is not essential to your screencast is a distraction. And if you only are recording a Google slide presentation, then just record your tab, not your entire desktop. If what you're doing is confined to a small part of the screen, then just crop the recording once you're done in the editor. And that'll force your viewers to focus on only what matters. And then finally, number 6, don't worry if you make a mistake. We're only human, and it's totally fine to make a mistake. These aren't meant to be perfectly polished professional videos. And if you make a big error, you can always cut it out later in the editor. But don't sweat the small stuff. And so, in conclusion, to recap real quick, number 1, keep it short. Number 2, minimize dead air. Number 3, use your webcam. Number 4, include an intro and a conclusion. Number 5, only record what you need. And number 6, don't worry if you make a mistake.